everybody. So today I want to talk to you about my favorite cast-on, which is the tubular or Italian cast-on, or the long-tail method for the tubular cast-on. The reason I prefer this method is because you don't have to do a crocheted provisional cast-on, and instead you just use the yarn that you're going to use and you have the same outcome. So this is particularly good for socks in my experience, and you can do it either flat or in the round, but either way it starts the same. I'll also be doing another video at some point that shows how to convert the 1x1 rib to a 2x2 rib in the tubular cast-on, but it all starts the same, and this is where it starts. First, do a little slip knot and put it on your needle. I'm going to go ahead and assume that if you're watching this tutorial, you know how to do this. And leave a nice long tail. So you'll have a tail and you'll have the bit connected to your yarn. So now what you're going to do is to hold it apart like this. So you've got two bits. And you're going to start with what will eventually be a purl stitch. So you're going to go behind the one in the back and put it over in front like this, and you get a stitch like this. So if you can see there, the yarn comes in the front, and now you're going to go the other way. So you're going to go in front and then around the back, and it comes out like this, and this will end up being your knit stitch. And basically you're just going to keep going like this until you have the number of stitches that you want, and that will be the exact number of stitches you're supposed to cast on. It won't be half the number of stitches like some other tubular cast-on methods, because you won't be doing the provisional cast-on for this. You won't need that, so you'll just do the exact number of stitches that you need, however many that is. I'm just going to end there. You can kind of see what it looks like now. It's a bit unstable. We still need to do 2 more bits. We'll have to go across 2 more times. And even if you are knitting in the round, you'll be casting on this way and doing these 2 rounds flat and then joining in the round, because that's just how this works. So usually what I do is I twist these ends around a couple times to keep this stitch from falling off. And then what you do is you grab the other end of your circular needle or your other straight needle. I always end up with circulars because I personally prefer them, but I know a lot of people like straights, so that's okay too. And you're going to set up. So now it's turned around and you've got the needle in your left hand, so all the stitches are going to be opposite. So you see this one was a kind of purl stitch on the other side, but now it's a knit stitch. So I knit continental, so I'm going to have my working yarn here in my left hand. And what you're going to do is you're going to knit these stitches, and you'll notice this first row is going to be twisted. So you're going to knit through the back loop on all of these, and then they'll come out straight. And what you're going to do is when you come to these purl stitches, you are going to slip them with the yarn in front. We will be dealing with them on the next side, so continue going across, knitting your knit stitches, and when you come to your purl stitches, slipping them with the yarn in front. And slip there, and we'll have gone across once, and it should look something like this. Now that's half of it. Now we have to do the other half. So we will swap over and do the other side now. So we set up again, and you're going to do this exactly the same way, but you'll notice now all the knit stitches are facing the right way. They're not twisted, and neither are the purl stitches. They're all facing the right way. So we knit the knit stitches and slip the purl stitches with yarn in front. And we keep going. Okay, and there it is. And now you can see how this looks. You've got our lovely knit stitches, and if I flip it around, we've got, it looks exactly the same. And if you flip it up, you can see why it's called tubular, because it kind of wraps around the edges and it keeps going. It's kind of like an infinite edge. Personally, I love this. I think that it looks a lot more professional on certain items, definitely on socks. And it's really, really stretchy. So for things that you need to be really stretchy, like the ends of your sleeves, some necklines sometimes, and definitely the tops of socks, this is the best one for that. And this is, you'll notice it's a 1x1 rib, so you'll have knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. And you can adjust this for a 2x2 rib, which is one of my favorite methods for socks. And I will be teaching that in the next video. I hope this was helpful. Please leave comments. Have a nice day.